Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. This is your boy Tony, aka Tech, and we're back with another video. Finally get to AGT to go to God for God. So right now, God's open doors and pay way for all you people in the doors and payment. Amen. In today's video, we're here to wrap out the Washington Commanders, and today we're here to talk about the Commanders head coaching job. And is Ben Johnson still a lock? People attacking Mike MacDonald after the 17-10 loss that the Ravens suffered in the AFC Championship game, and why they should not be attacking Mike MacDonald and things of that nature. So I'm going to talk about all that in today's video. I'll give you guys my brief synopsis of who's the favorite for the job and why, in my opinion, and then you guys can go ahead and comment your favorite and why. So we are able to interview these guys as soon as today, which is Monday, January 29th. So we're able to interview these guys as soon as today. And I believe we can hire them as soon as today. I believe we do have an interview with Mike MacDonald today. And then we have an interview with Ben Johnson either today or tomorrow. We're flying to Detroit. Well, not we, but, the Washington Commanders leadership are meeting up with one Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. Let's not forget about Aaron Glenn. But it's a two-man race, I think. Aaron Glenn's more of a formality, in my opinion. I don't think he's a qualified candidate. I'm not trying to say he's disqualified as a candidate. He's not qualified, but they're looking for a specific fit. I don't think Aaron Glenn is set fit. They're looking for a young, innovative guy, and the two guys are the lead candidates are young, innovative guys. One's defensive mind, one's an offensive mind. So that's why I think they're going either just MacDonald or they're going Ben Johnson. It is what it is. But I know that I don't know if they're going to Baltimore to interview Mike MacDonald. I believe that they'll have him come to Ashburn to interview him in person. So I think that interview could be conducted as soon as right now. I don't know. I don't know what time the interview is, but I probably will see early in the morning. So we'll see. We'll see. After that interview, they're going to meet with Ben. I think this is Ben Johnson's job to lose. Now, the pros with Mike MacDonald, though. Let's give pros with both guys. With Ben Johnson, you don't have to keep hiring offensive coordinators because he's an offensive guy. So he'll be calling the plays. It'll be his system, be his offense, right? So you don't have to keep recycling offensive coordinators. As with a defensive guy like a Mike MacDonald, you're going to keep recycling offensive coordinators because if the offensive coordinator is good, they'll get snatched up by another team more than likely after a year or two. So you have to keep cycling through offensive coordinators, and that's something we don't want to keep doing, right? You want to keep your young quarterback learning a new system. Another thing, the head coach will be allowed to breach that young quarterback if it's an offensive mind because he's an offensive guy. As with a defensive guy, he probably better breed the quarterback as much. And with the switch of the offensive coordinators, that new quarterback will be learning a different system consistently, and that's something you don't want. Number 3 and 4, 30, most importantly, the last comment with Ben Johnson is that, man, offense is an important part of the game, man. You got to score points. And you got to stop your opponent too. But it's hard to stop the opponent in today's game. It's hard to have 17-10 games like the Ravens and Chiefs yesterday. You're more likely to have a 34-31 finish like the Detroit Lions and San Francisco 49ers had. And both Detroit and San Francisco have really good defenses. But yet that was still a 65-point game by both teams. You're going to typically see that in the league in today's game. You're not going to see 17-10 games like that anymore. Only the elite defenses can do that. And I don't think that the Washington Commanders can build that type of defense right now. I don't see it. I think you can build a team that's in the middle of the pack, really solid, but not Kansas City Chiefs or Baltimore Ravens good, or San Francisco good. That's a difficult task to do, in my opinion. So, with that being said, those are the reasons I think that Ben Johnson should be the guy. Now, reasons for Mike MacDonald. Let's do that. Number 1, you can tell the man's a leader of men. And that's important. I don't disagree with that. Number 2, his defenses are very non-vanilla, but they're player-friendly. You can tell these guys flourish in the system because he maximized the talent on the roster, and he also puts them in the best positions to display their skill set. he makes their job easier for them. You can tell. He kind of knows what's going on before it happens, and he attacks offenses very strategically. He knows the offense's weaknesses, and he attacks those said weaknesses. But yeah. And my last thing with Mike MacDonald is that I think he can only get better. That's another thing I do like about Mike MacDonald. I'm not saying Ben Johnson reached his ceiling. I think he also could get better, but it just felt like Mike MacDonald is just taking this surge to greatness as a defensive mind around the league, and I like what he's doing. When you got all pros like Roquan Smith, it makes your job a little easier, right? But yeah, that's the thing. So those are the reasons for both guys, but I do think Ben Johnson is the guy at the end of the day. He should be our the next Washington Commanders head coach. I believe he will be, and I believe he will be hired as soon as tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I believe that he'll be the guy, and we'll go forward with one Ben Johnson as Washington Commanders head coach. Mike MacDonald is someone that I think they'll be heavily considering for a set job. I think at the end of the day, they're going to roll with Ben because they're drafting a young quarterback. You want to marry a young quarterback with said young offensive-minded head coach to make the transition easier for said young quarterback. And also, you want to not have to switch offensive coordinators all the time. That's going to stunt. It's going to stunt the quarterback's growth and possibly stunt your product on the field. You can find a defensive coordinator. I'm not saying it's super easy, but you can find a solid defensive coordinator. You can find an older mind who knows how to dissect the offense and stuff like that. You can find a defensive coordinator that's really good around the league. But these good offensive coordinators and head coaches like this, and you just don't want to keep cycling through those. So that's going to do it for today's video. Honestly speaking, I just believe that Mike MacDonald is a very good candidate. He's definitely qualified, and I like him. I do like him. But I think at the end of the day, this is Ben Johnson's job to lose. I think Bobby Slowick's out there running. I don't see them hiring Bobby Slowick anymore. I think it's Ben Johnson or it's Mike MacDonald, and I think it's going to be Ben Johnson. I think he was a lock the entire time. That's the guy they were searching for, and I think he'll do wonders as Commanders head coach. And I think he'll be a little more conservative than Dan Campbell is. Dan Campbell was gambling a lot, and he lost. But none of my business. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Also, subscribe to the second channel, Life of Tone. I do have news for you guys as well. I will post that on the Life of Tone Instagram page. So you want to go follow that. It's a Life of Tone _. Also, go follow me on Instagram at Protect Sports Network _ Instagram as well. If you haven't done so, go follow my bros down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. I said once again, have a great day. Have a great week. And always remember, you're not most athletic or talented in your sport choice. Non-professional, off the field, technically sound, you will always overcome like a talent. Athletic, hard with dedication, man. Protect professional, always. Have a great one, guys. And have a blessed week, man. Let's have a good week. Let's end the first month of the year on the right note. Let's go into February with some momentum, and let's attack February, man. Yeah, y'all be easy, gang. Till next time, who is your prediction for the next Washington Commanders head coach?